Hi there, it's Em here with a random video episode. I know it has been a long time since I've posted anything on here at all. And really, I just haven't been posting anything on here. Uh, but I wanted to hop on here and just have a little chat. Um, the last several months I've been working on some things like on a very like kind of personal level, like personal project that I was trying to start up. Didn't go exactly the way I wanted to, but I'm starting and try again. So I was kind of caught up in that. And then the other part is just me not really feeling social media, feeling like posting and opening up, I guess. Um, I do tend to use other platforms just for general discussion, like politics and things like that. But I'd like to keep that in that platform because I really do think that, especially with politics, it's obviously very complex. Um, but also, like, I think when there are so many options to fix something that's not right, something that's broken, something that, or designed in a disastrous way, it can feel so hopeless sometimes. And I like to be able to escape from that while at the same time that is something still of interest to me. I mean, at one point in my life, I really wanted to become a politician because I thought that that's where change could happen. But I really realized that, like, just depending on the system, it can be very hard to shake up something that has been so locked into place. So it's almost like by signing up, you're either signing to be a politician, like oftentimes it's signing up just to be a part of the system that already exists because there's so many levels now that have been created that can stop from actual change, actual progress. So there's frustration with that, but then I just, especially over the past year, really seeing the impact of a pandemic on the world around me, the people around me, and things like that. It really, I mean, um, a lot of the change has to come from individuals, people on an individual level, and I think, um, and I just am trying to think about that in just a general, in a broader, not broader, because politics I feel like is broad, but I'm trying to think about that in the sense of like other things, other areas in which I want to make a difference, and um, I'm trying to think about how I can. Right now, my biggest challenge for myself, or my biggest thing or challenge for myself at this point, is to surprise myself. Something I want to do today. It's a holiday weekend. I really like to give myself permission to not do anything, not accomplish anything, nothing major. You know, I've got little things, errands I have to run, little things I have to do, or whatever. Although I don't really run errands on the weekend, but just little things that I just want to do, just to kind of just like relax, chill, not have to think about anything in terms of serious responsibility. And so I wanted to surprise myself by doing something that I don't feel like doing, or that isn't what I typically consider part of my relaxation. And so I figured, well, why not record a video with my crazy hair right now? This isn't even a style. I simply just like pushed it to the front, and then I looked at the screen. I was like, this will work for recording. So that's what I decided to do. Um, but yeah, so one of the things that surprised me was like, you know what? I gotta hop on here and record a video, get a video out there, because it has been way too long since I've like stopped in and said, hey. But there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I still don't know if I'm feeling bold enough to do it. Um, but who knows? I may surprise myself and start to talk about some other things. Um, but yeah, I just know it's been a while, so just wanted to say, hey, how's it going? I will be back. I want to start posting again. I don't want to hide behind excuses, which is something I like to do. I love to like when I see an opportunity for an excuse for me not to do something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable, especially in social media. Like I take that excuse and I run with it. So I had to just push past that and do it. And it's so funny because again, there are normal people out there who just do this. But for me, it's just more of like I don't know. It's so unnatural, but here I am. And we will talk more very, very soon. I'll actually be back next week. with another video, another touch base, and we will go from there. So please, in the meantime, like, I hope that you are staying safe. I hope you are healthy and well. And yeah, I hope that you're having a happy new year. I hope that this will be a good year of really recovery. I talked about this a little bit in another platform, but I think one of the big things that I didn't really think about till recently, until we got a little closer to the new year, was that we went through, this has been a crazy year for the world, but at the same time, like, no matter what, when something big hits, there's a recovery period. And I think that, and at this point, we're still not even out of the woods with COVID and figuring out what's happening. And, still putting a lot of things together to try and get us out of this faster, but we're not actually out of the woods yet. And so our world is still adjusting, and we're not even quite at recovery, And just think about that in terms of other obstacles that different people may be facing. And I mean, anybody who's ever been injured knows that recovery can be very tough. But it's kind of something like mentally, I'm like prepared for it, just in terms of like, again, like the environment, the people around us, how so many aspects of our lives have been different. And again, I go back to like to connection with other people, just how much we're able to connect with those that matter. I know there's some loved ones like that I usually would see more often, and it's weird, I haven't hugged them in, like, oh my gosh, it's been almost a year since I was able to hug them. And for me, like, that is it's just crazy to think about. I would never, this time last year, would never have guessed that a situation like this would happen and be so rattling. But it's a very humbling situation for all of us, I feel. But it's, I think, also on a very cheesy note, is I think a big reason, like, why I think is we're not individuals here. We're not just, I mean, we can be individuals. Like, I got my own personality, I do my own thing, but at the same time, our lives overlap so much. It's just fascinating it's crazy how we've been reminded of that. And it's like the decisions we make is not just like me, it affects everyone. And I think nothing shows that like a pandemic, that's for sure. So anyway, I'm rambling while trying to close this video out. But thank you for tuning in. I'll be back next week with another random episode. I'm working on changing the name of this channel. So I want to start brainstorming and thinking about that kind of thing. So that might be coming up soon. I had put that on hold in the fall as I was working on other things, but I've decided I want this to be a thing I work on too. So anyway, thank you again. We'll talk again next week. Please stay safe, healthy, and I'll talk with you then. Bye for now.